Some islands are known for beaches, some for mountains, and some for the things they protect best. Today is about the treasures of the Cook Islands, both natural and handmade, from rare black pearls grown deep in remote Pacific lagoons, to giant kites flying across turquoise water, to traditions stitched carefully by hand over months. And somehow, all of it feels completely connected to this island. Saturday morning in Rarotonga begins. A music drifts through the stalls. Fresh tropical fruit stacked in bright colors. The smell of local food filling the air. And the deeper you walk into the market, the more it feels like stepping directly into island life. Nobody rushes here. People stop to talk, laugh, share stories about what they make. And honestly, that pace becomes very easy to get used to. And then you notice them, black pearls. The Cook Islands are famous for them, especially pearls cultivated in the northern atolls like Manihiki, where the lagoon conditions are ideal for pearl farming. Unlike traditional white pearls, these naturally develop darker tones from black-lipped oysters, creating deep silver green and charcoal colors, depending on the light, and no two are exactly the same. The process itself takes years. Farmers carefully protecting the oysters and monitoring the water conditions, while the pearl slowly forms layer by layer inside the shell, which somehow makes them feel even more valuable. Because nature still decides the final result.
So basically, oysters here are producing luxury jewelry underwater, while I still struggle to fold laundry correctly.
Different skill sets, Joe. The market keeps unfolding the longer you stay. Fresh coconut bread, handmade carvings, local musicians playing island songs in the background, children weaving between stalls. While tourists try very hard not to buy absolutely everything they see, and what makes this place special is not perfection. It feels real. Warm, relaxed. The kind of place where conversations matter just as much as the things being sold. Then the pace changes completely. Muri Lagoon, one of the best kitesurfing spots in the Pacific shallow water, reliable trade winds, and enough open space for beginners to learn safely. At first, the lagoon looks peaceful. Then suddenly someone flies across the water attached to a giant kite moving at surprising speed, and the calm disappears very quickly. Kitesurfing somehow combines balance, coordination, wind control, and confidence all at once, which immediately explains why professionals make it look easy and beginners look deeply negotiable with gravity. The kites pull high overhead, boards slicing across the lagoon, spray catching the sunlight as riders move effortlessly across the shallow water. Then suddenly, someone lifts briefly into the air before landing smoothly again. Fast, controlled, almost weightless. And for a moment, physics starts feeling optional.
I respect this sport, mostly because my balance has already rejected the idea entirely.
Honestly, self-awareness is underrated. What makes Muri special is not just the sport itself, it is the atmosphere around it. People learning together, laughing after wipeouts, helping each other relaunch tangled kites. Nobody takes themselves too seriously. And somehow, that makes the whole experience even more fun to watch. Because even when someone falls into the water, 5 seconds later, they are laughing about it again, which honestly feels like a healthy life philosophy. Then everything slows down again, from speed and wind to patience, precision, and tradition. Tivaievai, traditional handmade quilts, deeply connected to Cook Islands culture, bright fabrics, detailed stitching, patterns inspired by flowers, leaves and island life, and every single piece made carefully by hand. Some Tivaievai quilts take months to complete. Groups of women often gather together to sew while talking, sharing stories, and spending time as a community. And suddenly you realize these are not simply quilts. They are part of celebrations, family milestones, and cultural identity throughout the islands. The closer you look, the more detail appears. Tiny stitching, perfect patterns, carefully balanced colors, the kind of patience that feels genuinely impressive and slightly intimidating if your sewing skills stop at emergency button repair.
I once tried fixing a shirt and accidentally made the sleeve smaller than the other one.
And that is why nobody handed you quilting equipment. Then comes the final evening, Aroa Marine Reserve. The ocean calm, the sky slowly shifting through orange, pink, and deep gold. A beach bonfire glowing softly against the sand, while waves roll quietly onto shore, And after days of lagoons, mountains, forests, and hidden beaches, everything suddenly feels still. Not empty, not quiet, just settled. People gather naturally around the fire, talking softly while the last light disappears beyond the reef. And somehow the island feels even more beautiful at the end than it did at the beginning. And then it finally hits you. We are leaving the lagoons, the mountains, the island rhythm. And honestly, one of the most relaxing places we have ever stayed, Paradise Holiday Homes, somehow lived up to the name a little too well, because waking up surrounded by tropical gardens and ocean air every morning becomes very easy to emotionally commit to. But the adventure is not slowing down, not even close, because next, everything changes again. We leave the Cook Islands behind and head toward Australia. Energy may be about to meet complete unpredictability. Different landscapes, different wildlife, possibly different survival strategies depending on what decides to move nearby. And if you think that sounds dramatic, clearly you have never seen the size of Australian spiders on the internet. What makes Cook Islands black pearls unique? A. They are painted darker colors. B. They grow naturally darker from black-lipped oysters. C. They are formed in freshwater rivers. D. They only grow near volcanoes.
Drop your answer below, then head to quizzes.gamaflare.com. Check the leaderboard, and tell me honestly, would you try kitesurfing or stay safely committed to solid ground?
The Cook Islands never tried too hard to impress us, and somehow that made them unforgettable. So if you have been following this journey with us so far, thank you. And trust me, you do not want to miss what happens next. Make sure you subscribe, turn on notifications, and come with us into the next chapter of this adventure, because something tells me Australia is going to change the pace completely.
We have a winner, and I am not being chill about it. Someone just took that leaderboard apart like it was light practice. Moves were intentional. Timing was locked. Confidence, unbothered. Big congrats to our champion. You absolutely showed out. Your notification is about to land quicker than a live patch update. Keep an eye on your comments. We'll grab your details and get that prize moving your way. Smooth process, zero chaos. Didn't see your name this round? Don't switch tabs on us. This isn't a one-off highlight. It's an ongoing storyline, and the next chapter is about to drop. Fresh reset, clean board, new energy, so power up those fingers, because the next spotlight, it might land right on you. No hesitation, no slow reactions, no watching from the sidelines. Stay bold, stay sharp, stay locked in. Let's see who takes it next.